Imagine this. A burglary takes place. The thief gets away, seemingly without a trace. But wait, the thief might have been careful, but they unknowingly left behind silent witnesses. Their fingerprints. Fingerprints are like nature's unique stamps, found on our fingertips. They are incredibly important in solving crimes, acting like clues left behind at a crime scene. Even better, these clues are unique to each individual, making them incredibly valuable for investigators. But how do these silent witnesses help catch the culprit? Think of it like this. Every time someone touches something, they leave a little bit of themselves behind in the form of fingerprints. These fingerprints, invisible to the naked eye, can be revealed and collected by skilled investigators. These collected fingerprints then begin their journey from the crime scene to the forensic laboratory, where the real detective work begins. What makes fingerprints so special? Why can't two people have the same ones? The answer lies in their formation. Deep within our skin, a layer called the dermis creates ridges, which form unique patterns on our fingertips. These patterns are set before we are even born and remain unchanged throughout our lives. There are three main patterns: loops, whirls, and arches. Imagine these patterns as a maze with ridges acting as walls, but the real magic lies in the tiny details within these patterns. The ridge characteristics. These include things like ridge endings, bifurcations where one ridge splits into two, and dots. It's the unique combination of these characteristics that makes each fingerprint one of a kind. Think of it like this. Even if two people have the same basic pattern, like a loop, the arrangement of their ridge characteristics will be different. It's like having two identical mazes, but changing the position of a few walls in each, they become distinct. Back at the crime scene, investigators are busy collecting the silent witnesses. They use special techniques and tools to reveal and preserve these fingerprints. One common technique is dusting. Using fine powders and a soft brush, investigators carefully dust surfaces where fingerprints might be present. The powder sticks to the oily residue left behind by the ridges, making the fingerprint visible. Another method is cyanoacrylate fuming, also known as superglue fuming. This technique is used on smooth, non-porous surfaces like glass or metal. The object is placed in a sealed chamber with heated superglue. The fumes react with the fingerprint residue, creating a white permanent impression. Once visible, the fingerprints are carefully photographed and lifted using special tapes. These tapes with the lifted fingerprints are then labeled and packaged as evidence to begin their journey to the forensic laboratory. In the lab, fingerprint experts, known as fingerprint examiners, take center stage. They receive the lifted prints from the crime scene and begin the meticulous task of analysis and comparison. The first step is to examine the prints for quality. Prints that are smudged, incomplete, or have too few ridge characteristics might not be suitable for comparison. If the prints are of good quality, the examiner will use a powerful magnifying glass or a computer program to compare them with known fingerprints. Remember those unique ridge characteristics? This is where they come into play. The examiner meticulously compares the location and relationship of these characteristics between the crime scene print and the known print. If enough similarities are found, it's a match. This match can link a suspect to the crime scene or even help identify an